best your potential. You choose your overall for this game, all the way up maxed out 99. Then you pick your badges, all of them. Upgrades are available based on your attributes in each category. So, do you want to max out with a Hall of Fame badge or balance your attack with bronze and silvers? It's up to you. Get familiar with your badges, pick your jump shot, then join the defending champion Raptors to take on the new look Warriors.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. And coming up in just a bit, tip-off will be live from Charlotte as the Hornets go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for Oklahoma City, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. Some teams fast out of the gate, others not so lucky. Kenny, for the teams that have started slowly, how do they turn the tide?
You know what? About a week ago, I was talking to a friend of mine about this, and I was like, when that happens, you can't panic. The season's just begun. Identify the real problems before you start tinkering on things.
Sometimes a lineup change can help. Things may just have to work themselves out, though.
Time now for tip-off. We get it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Go get him, man.
There's a buzz in the air here inside the Spectrum Center. This Charlotte crowd is going crazy. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Welcome everyone to the broadcast table. Chris Webber to my right, Greg Anthony to my left. I'm Kevin Harlan and David Aldridge on our sideline. The story here, Nicholas Batum injured, guys, and unable to play.
Yeah, and Kevin, you could tell when he went down in that last game, it just didn't look good. And now that news just kind of confirms our worst fears. He's going to have to watch from the sideline, and really the timetable's still in doubt.
Yeah, Greg, the only thing we do know is that it's going to be a long time. He's got a lot of work to do to come back from this.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Thunder. Robertson and George fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Adams, and it's Westbrook in at the point guard. Chris, you played for 5 different teams, a couple of them multiple times. How long do you think it takes to feel comfortable in a new situation for a player?
I tell you, Kevin, that's such a hard, tight rope to play. I remember going to different teams, and you have to understand the culture of the team. You have to understand who their best players are already. You have to understand the style of play. And building trust takes time from both sides. So usually you'll come into a situation and you want to make sure that you're showing that you're a great teammate. And so usually in that area, teammates are saying, wait a minute, we brought you over here. We want you to be that guy that we traded for, the guy we just signed or recruited. We were a fan of you. Do the things that you do great. We'll catch up with you. So a lot of it starts with mutual respect, and that means mutual deferment. And then after a while, you both deferring, you're like, wait, we got to win some games. Okay, you be you, I'll be you.
Brazil is checked in for Hernan Gomez. AI is checked in for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City leading by 3. And Adams kicks to AI. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's George. Rebounded by Lamb.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That just shows you can do everything right sometimes, but still get the wrong result.
Pass to Kid Gilchrist. Over AI. And he overshot that one, missing.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
To the inside. Westbrook. Yep, that one goes.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach James Borrego. David, what do you have to say?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, we talked about how to shut down this formidable offense they're facing, and he told me it's all about following the scouting report. He said, look, we've got all this information. Which guys shoot best from what spots on the court. We just have to take that stuff away and make them make adjustments. Kevin, we'll see who handles that best tonight.
Thanks as always, David. Well, they know what their toughest job is going to be today.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always hard to go up against a team that can light it up like this. You can't let them hit the ground running.
Yeah, easier to say than do. I mean, with the weapons they have, they force such tough matchups. It's hard to stay with them.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Charlotte, trailing by 4. The pass to Bacon. Over George. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
No, but I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
Walker against Westbrook. It's stolen by Morris. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. George with the ball. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And it's been an issue for them as it was last year, only 72% from the line.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel checks in for Adams. Grant comes in for Markieff Morris. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul George. There's 21 seconds left in the first. And here's Walker. He has 6. He kicks it to Bridges. Looking to end the run. And it's Williams throwing it down.
That's just finishing with sheer strength. Williams trying to take off the rim with that dunk.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you right after this. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Well, this roster is built for guys with speed. They're running the floor hard in the first quarter.
Bridges and Williams, your forward pair. Parker out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Kaminsky in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Walker, and it's good on the assist by Parker. And it's 8 points for Walker.
And for a guy who only stands 6'1", Walker can be a strong finisher in the painted area.
And what a career it's been for Tony Parker. 4 titles to his name, a Finals MVP, 6-time All-Star. I mean, the accolades go on and on for what is truly one of the most impressive resumes you'll see in the NBA.
So Charlotte calls timeout. They're first. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kemba Walker helped lead UConn to a national title, but it took some time to hit his stride at the NBA level. He finally became an all-star, but his team is rebuilding in Charlotte. Mitch Kupchak is the new general manager, and James Borrego is the new head coach. Guys?
A terrific player, DA, for sure. Thanks. And the Thunder making a switch here. Robertson, he's checked in. Williams finds Walker. And it's Parker in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power. Hammering down the two-hand slam. A floater. The shot, no good. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. This their first chance this season playing Charlotte.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
But there was a good back and forth between these teams last year, if you remember. You'd expect it to be a mismatch on paper, but it turned out to be pretty even.
Bucket is good.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
To the middle, here's Kaminsky, and the rejection by Noel. Nobody near Schroeder. Bridges with the board. Hornets trail by 16.
And for the Hornets, after last year's debacle, it's a whole new world. I mean, think about a new GM, new head coach.
And so it's Oklahoma City holding a big 18-point lead to close.
Thanks, Kevin. Russell, how confident are you that there's nobody that can stay in front of you?
Very confident. I have a lot of confidence in myself. I put a lot of work in the summertime, but I'm very confident.
That is never a problem for you, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Westbrook and Robertson, the backcourt. Adams is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's George in at the small forward. It's checked in for Robertson. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Oklahoma City moving it around. Outside Westbrook. In the corner, George with it. Pass to AI. Every year there seem to be a few rookies, C-Web, who immediately show that they should have been drafted a lot higher. Why is there the difficulty in placing these guys where they should be drafted? Why are evaluations sometimes wrong?
Evaluations, they can be so iffy because of a team skill set. I tell a lot of players when they come into the NBA, don't be frustrated after your first year or second year if you haven't played the way that you want. In order to be a great basketball player, you have to have a great situation, a team that needs you to do certain things at certain times that you can do for them. And so I think why evaluating is so hard is because you're evaluating the player and then evaluating the unknown, how they fit in with these different pieces that have already been established for your team. And that's kind of the wild card. You can know if a guy can shoot, dribble, and pass, but how does it work with the other players on the team? And so there's some GMs that have missed out on a lot of great talent, but you can't beat them all up because there's so many moving parts into this evaluation that usually it's easier to get it wrong than right.
Cody Zeller's checked in for Charlotte. Parker comes in for Jeremy Lamb. Here's George, and there's another one for the Thunder.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And Walker kicks to Parker. Pass to Bacon. Charlotte no good that time either.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
AI can't hit. Well, Hornets shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. To the paint. Makes it off the glass.
The defense was there, but MKG, just too much for him.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. He gets it in there.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Walker taking his time here. Adams, some nice D.
The active defense making things very hard on him as he goes in for the layup. Oh, man, you talk about making the engine run. Kemba Walker, he's the man. Lightning quick, stronger than he looks. I mean, this man is a competitor.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. And here's George for three. The three-pointer is right on target. George has got 15 points in just the second half. And so it's Charlotte with it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Bacon, defended by George. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. The Hornets have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And the first one drops. Charlotte making some changes. Kaminsky is checked in for Zeller. Williams comes in for Kid Gilchrist. And it's Bridges in for Kemba Walker. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Robertson comes in for George. Raymond Felton, he's checked in for AI. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Russell Westbrook. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And Noel throws it down.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
And don't forget, very accurate. Taking shots within the flow of the offense. Not something that can be said for their opponent.
Parker kicks to Kaminsky. Parker looking over the floor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
No, I mean, there had to be a better option that time down the court. That's just a missed opportunity.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Oklahoma City out in front as they end the third quarter on a 14-4 run. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate.
Look for Oklahoma City. Adams comes in for Patrick Patterson. And AI is subbed in for Robertson. Adams, the pass to Grant. Felton against Walker. Felton kicks to Grant. He dishes it to AI. Here's Diallo, covered by Parker. Shot clock at 3 from 12 feet out. Zeller grabs the board. For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Oklahoma City.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Russell Westbrook.
Well, the best work he did came on the boards. Nobody could match his intensity. His rebounding played a big role in this win.
Kemba Walker is out there with Parker. Then it's Cody Zeller. Then there's Hernan Gomez. And it's Williams at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Parker has such speed and creativity, just causes the defense fits in terms of how to properly guard it.
First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good.
They'll take it, even with the miss. Anything they can do to cut into the lead.
Here's AI. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Left side Williams from 17 feet out. Misses off the right iron. From deep three-point range. And it's AI missing. Now, here's Parker. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
Way to play, man. That's the way, baby. That's how we do it. Big win. Yep.